Yo, what's up? This is Logic, and you're watching Montreality. Cool? Oh, shit. That's good. That's a good question. Damn. I was like very chill. You know what I'm saying? Relaxed. Sometimes I'd like clown and cause trouble, but it wasn't really that. I was just chilling. I would write a lot of raps though when I really got into it in like high school and stuff. And then occasionally I wasn't in the classroom because I was out writing raps and hanging with my homies. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Man, shit. So when I was 17, I had 2 jobs. I worked at a flower shop and I worked at Jiffy Lube in Gaithersburg, where I'm from. I worked a million jobs, man. But like the most notable that a lot of people know is Joe's Crab Shack, which is like a seafood joint with food, and then also Wingstop. So I'd like cook up the chicken wings and shit like that, and I'd be rapping and stuff at the same time. I don't know. That's so 8 Mile. But yeah, young. I've been waiting for somebody to ask me this fucking question, dude. You know what he just asked me? He was like, when you first got your first big check from the rap game, what's the first thing you bought? You remember I just told you this, right? I went to Taco Bell because I was so hungry and broke, and then they were like, you have a lot of fucking money. I was like, you know what I mean, in my bank account. And then I was like, oh man, so I went straight down the road and got some Taco Bell, man. I was starving. Yeah, so it was cool. Man. Perseverance, determination, wanting success more than your next breath, believing in yourself, having a good team, being realistic, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's funny because a lot of people can say becoming a rapper is unrealistic, you know what I mean, or impossible. But I think if you go about it the right way, if you look at it as, in fact, a business, but I mean, you have to separate them, you know what I mean? You have to know that music is art and it's expression, and, you know, but also it is a business, because if you want to be able to make a large sum of money off of it and you know, provide for your family and your friends and the people that you're close to, you have to look at it as a business, as if you're marketing something, like it is a product they can hold in their hands, even though it's music and it's something that makes them feel a certain way. So all those things, I think, mash together. I do, man, but I haven't read a lot of books lately. I think the last book I read was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, but it's like the revisited version, which is to talk so much about success and stuff. But I read a lot of stuff like on the internet when I can, because sometimes, I don't know, I'm a very visual person. I was talking to No Idea about this too, and he's very visual as well. Like he'll read, you know, chapters and books and stuff like that, and that's how I am too, but I love to see things and, you know what I mean, and really, that's just how I take things in, visually and audio and things like that, so yeah. I don't know. You know, me and my manager, nobody knows this, but we're kind of like writing a book right now, and it's something that wouldn't come out for a very long time once we're both extremely successful, like worldwide known for, you know, what we've done and what we've accomplished, and somehow it's gonna come down to being like on our couches at the same time, because I remember I was sleeping on my homie's couch, broke, you know what I'm saying, making music, and he was like sleeping on a family member's couch at the time, and we both, you know, it was kind of rough for us both, but we were just working together, so something around there, I don't know. I was this pharaoh right here. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't think I was from here. I don't think I was from Earth. You know what I'm saying? I have this weird like fascination with space and shit. I don't know what it is. I just love space, and I love like watching movies about space and time and like the future, because I'm so interested to know what it's going to be like in 500 years or 3,000 years, or the things that we can do. I mean, there's like technology now where you can put this thing like around your head, and it's very sleek, and you can control like things on the computer. So it shows like a little ball or a sphere, and you can make it like disappear if you think disappear, or move to the left or move here. I mean, that's just so, what's the word, like almost like a Neanderthal. It's like so like caveman technology. Yeah, it's so primitive right now, even though that's something that's extremely advanced from 50 years ago. But imagine what it's going to be like later, you know? That's, yeah. So I don't know, I definitely think I was not from here. Oh man, damn. This is a hard one. These are great fucking questions. Okay, this is awesome. I'm not sure, because I just love entertainment, and you know, like I love Futurama, and I used to love The Simpsons when I was younger. I watch Family Guy, I watch, you know, all different types of stuff. I think on Family Guy, my favorite character is probably Brian. I like his outlook on a lot of subjects and topics that they discuss in the show. But I also like Fry from Futurama and Bender, which is random. I don't know why. It's just they're funny to me. Oh shit, dude. Okay, I'm feeling this. A game called Uncharted. And like when I was younger, I used to play like Super Mario World and shit like that all the time, like the really dope stuff, or Metal Gear Solid. But I think the reason that I like the Uncharted series, or even this newer game called The Last of Us that came out, is because it's extremely cinematic. And me, I love movies. Movies is my number one thing, so I don't really play video games a lot. So when I have the opportunity to be extremely excited about something that isn't music, I love it, you know what I mean? Because I love music and it's my everyday thing, but sometimes it's cool to do something else, and it's either movies or video games, and not a lot of awesome video games come out. So when they do come out and they're very cinematic and like a movie, it's very cool, because it's almost as if you get to live as that character and do all these crazy things as technology grows. So either Uncharted or The Last of Us, and obviously Super Mario, throwback. Damn, that's a great question. I don't know. The realest shit I ever wrote. I think one of my favorite songs that I've ever rapped or written is called Dead Presidents 3, and just the way that it opens, just because when I wrote it, it was a few years ago, and I felt like people were just waking up out of bed like, oh, I'm just gonna rap. Like, I'm just gonna be a rapper, like whatever, like they don't take it seriously. But me, like, I studied the game. I've studied, you know, people from Big Daddy Kane to Nas, to Tribe Called Quest, you know, early J, and then up into today, people like Drake and Wayne, and just every aspect of not only hip hop but all music in general. And it's something that I wanted to do and that I loved. And so it basically goes, so many people think that rappers they're calling stop it, just cease. Got a capiche? This is my house, you fuckers just lease. Waiting on a record deal that's never coming like a priest. I'm black and white like a nun. These up and comers are sun like the break of dawn. So follow your father like an apostle. Paint pictures like a Picasso while bitches uncover my fossil. Never knowing what's going, wait, what is it? But the point is that I love kind of being able to just throw these words together, but they actually mean something. And the funny thing is, sometimes people might think that they don't mean something because of the way, like, so many people think that rappers, they call it stop it, just cease. Got a capiche? This is my house, you fuckers just lease. Waiting on a record deal that's never coming like a so it just sounds kind of like I'm like, but if you actually do take the time to listen, yeah, there's a big message there. Yeah, you know, it's funny, I have a, what's the line? I'll be asking people what my rap lines are, because I literally, you don't understand, I have so many songs. I think it's, approaching like 16 or 1700 songs now that I've created over the last 9 years. So whenever I'm like, oh, what's this, what's that, because I got so many lyrics. It was in Nasty, right? And I was like looking at the BET cypher, like
I'll be there one day.
Yeah, like I'll be there one day. See, you gotta keep your voice in for shit like that, man. Yeah, and you know, that's just because I love to set goals and attain them, you know. But far from complacency, because every time I hit a goal, I like to have already set 10 more, you know, and never be happy. I mean, appreciate what I have, but never just, yeah. So I'd say the reason that happened is because by the time we got the call, we were already on the road. So they were like, you know, can you be in LA, like, to shoot it tomorrow? They literally hit us, and we're like, because we had been talking to them about it, and you know, it was looking good and everything, and then they were like, can you be here tomorrow? And I was already in the middle of America with Kid Cudi. But shit, what a great reason to turn it down, you know what I mean, to be out here with one of my idols. So my favorite Eminem album is probably the Marshall Mathers LP, just because, like, I love how raw the Slim Shady LP was. And then obviously there's Infinite. So Infinite was his very first one. I think he released that in like '96 or something. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was like 10 records or something like that. Either way, so that was cool. But I mean, excluding that and kind of calling this, you know, Slim Shady the first actual album, I loved it, and it was extremely raw. But you could hear a much more polished M on the Marshall Mathers LP. You know, he had seen a lot of crazy shit, experienced a lot of different things, and it was much more than just, you know, kind of growing up around the trailer park. It was more like what had happened since his fame. And I think, who knew? Yeah, I never knew why. Knew I was this, I never knew why. That is awesome, because it's so reflective, And it's just the realest shit ever, because he was just kind of coming out and being like, fuck you and fuck your mom and fuck like all this shit, but he was just expressing himself. He was like, don't take it so literal, like fuck your, like get the fuck out of here, like whatever. But then when he was saying it, he just kind of like, damn, I never knew I'd get this fucking kid to kill himself, or I'd get this to happen to this. So I'd say that or Stan. Man, that's a great question. I don't know, it depends. People change and people grow as artists, you know what I'm saying? And I think no matter what an artist does, you just gotta support it and appreciate it. Sometimes people will be like, oh, I miss the old this, or I miss the old that, or da-da-da. But it's like, that's where it is, that's where it lives. They did that already, this is them, whether you like it or not. You love that, so just support them and be happy that, you know, they're doing what they love. So I say that to say the type of collab that I would love is more with Slim Shady. You know what I mean? I know that, you know, in the later years, M has, you know, he's just super hype and kind of yelling on the records, but I love actually, my favorite Eminem song, it's not even an Eminem song, it's, I forget the dude's name, but it's called Watch These. And Eminem's like, whose arm is this?
Thurston Howe.
Yeah, Thurston Howe. I must have cut it off at the pharmacist. That's my favorite one, and that's the type of flow that I would love to kind of go back and forth on a record with Eminem. Mm-hmm. So Watch These, yeah. I thought it was tight. You know, what's funny is like, there was a lot of focus strictly just on Kendrick. I thought fucking Sean's verse was tight, man. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was dope. I thought Jay Electronica's was dope, you know what I'm saying? But obviously the things that Kendrick was saying just kind of stole the show a bit, just because of how he was calling people out and then the reaction from that. And it's, you know, I think the song as a whole is super dope, man. Okay, so there's this drunk guy, right? So there's this drunk guy, and he's in the bar, and he's drinking, and he's like, oh my god, man, because his wife left him because he lost his job, and his kids don't love him anymore, they don't respect him, and he's like, oh man, I just want my life back, man. I don't know why he sounds like Tommy Chong, by the way. And he's like, oh my god, whatever. So, you know, some time goes, and he's just getting more drunk, and then he looks across the bar, and he sees a leprechaun. And so he goes up to the leprechaun and he goes, are you a leprechaun, man? And the leprechaun goes, why, yes, lad, I am a leprechaun. And he goes, oh, that means you can grant me a wish, right? And he's like, yes, whatever you want, boyo. And he's like, oh, I want $10 million, man. He's like, give me $10 million. And he's like, that's what you desire, you want $10 million? He's like, yeah, if I get $10 million, my wife will come back to me and my kids will love me again and da-da-da, whatever. He's like, all right, well, if you want $10 million, you have to let me fuck you in the ass. He's like, what? You gotta fuck me in the ass? And then he's just like, all right. So he's doing it, right? So, you know, a couple minutes go by and the leprechaun's fucking this guy in the ass in the middle of the bar, and nobody's thinking anything of it. And he's oh yes, oh yeah. And the guy's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm letting you fuck me in the ass. And the leprechaun goes, I can't believe you think I'm a fucking leprechaun. Oh shit. Oh man, Boston Market. I'd have the quarter chicken with macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes with gravy and corn and some cornbread and some water.
What's for dessert?
Pussy. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, chocolate cake, I suppose. Oh shit, cuz. My message to the youth is be yourself, be happy, do what you love. No matter what anybody says, as long as you're staying peaceful, positive, and spreading a good message, continue to do you. If people tell you that you're crazy and what you want are your dreams, it's only because they're too scared to chase them as well, and they're telling you what they would do if they were you. So trust your gut, your instinct, your heart, your mind, and just wake up every day to do what you love.